Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Maxine's Corner. As you may know, we are watching an interrogation and we will be doing live commentary. Hi, what's up? We are watching an interrogation and we're going to do live commentary. What's up? Shared screen. I'm live. I'm live.
Okay.
So, may I help you? Hello, guys. Hi, everyone. Today we will be getting this. It says, wife realized she's never going home. So, this interrogation is going to be very interesting. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am getting ready to share my screen with you. So this is going to be really good. Let me know where you guys are joining me from. As you may see, today we're going to be doing commentary on I can't say the word, a K wife who realizes she's never going home. So this is going to be interesting. As usual, we're going to be watching, we're going to be making commentaries. We're going to give our opinions about this. So this should be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for it. So I'm live on Facebook, I'm live on YouTube, and I'm live on TikTok. No, Instagram. So I'm live on all three platforms. Thank you. That was my daughter. She's like, where are you live? Where are you live? I'm live everywhere. Welcome, guys. Let me know where you are joining me from. Welcome. Let me know where you guys are joining me from. Hopefully, you are having an amazing day today. As you may see, we're doing K. Wife realizes she's never going home. Okay. So we're going to watch this interrogation and it's going to be a good one. So I do believe I am sharing my screen already with you guys. Could you go to let me
Instagram?
yeah.
I just went there.
You didn't see me? All right. So let's go here. So let's go watch it under you guys. Here we go. All right. That's good. All right. So let's get started. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Let me know where you are joining me from. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome all. Let me know where you guys are joining me from. Okay, here we go. So let's get ready. As you may know, let me put the comments up here. And every time I'm supposed to do this, I always feel like, oh, where's my story that I'm gonna go through? Okay, so let's open that up a little bit more and let's play. All right. Welcome. Come on in, guys. Come on in. We are getting ready to watch this interrogation. We're going to talk about it. We give commentary, and we're going to have a good old true crime fun tonight. Okay. So for the next hour, sit back, get your popcorn. Let's watch this. Let's enjoy it together. Commentary, comments. I want to see everyone's comments. So if you want to say something, just go ahead and add it. So this is always fun. I'm gonna try to do this at least 5 days per week, the best I can. I can't I'll let you guys know. I'm not gonna make any promises because the kids they do have sports. But with that being said, let's get started.
After her husband vanished, Rose Chase stood before cameras and said,
Adam, if you are seeing this, can you please come home to your family? They really do miss you.
The words were clear, measured, almost rehearsed. Behind the scenes, her explanation never changed. Rose told investigators that after an argument, Adam stormed out of the house on foot, and that he said she would not find him until he wanted her to.
Okay. So this one, apparently she's looking for her husband who disappeared. I had to charge the computer. And we don't know where he went. This sound is a little low. I'm just trying to turn it up. All right. let's listen in some more on this interesting story.
According to her, he left without his phone, without his belongings, and without contacting anyone afterward. But detectives didn't confront her story head on. They let it breathe. When Adam's phone suddenly began sending messages, staying with a friend in Canandaigua.
It would have been better if she would have just let him go with his phone, right? Because the last person that disappeared, they left with their phone and everything else. This guy left his phone behind. Is that what she just said? Correct me if I'm wrong, because I was doing like 3 different things, but I want to get the story correct. But I think she said that he left without his phone. People don't leave without their phones. Who leave without their phones these days? Tell me. And if you forget your phone, you run back in to get your phone. So who leaves without their phone? This is going to be a good one.
Time to think. Investigators took note. The messages were delivered. The calls were not answered. And when pressed, the narrative began to strain under its own weight. This is where psychology takes over. Investigators rely on cognitive consistency, the idea that truth remains stable, while deception must constantly adjust.
Exactly. Okay, so for those of you that don't know what that means, is that when you're lying, you always change your story. When you're telling the truth, you're pretty much saying the same thing over and over. You're being consistent. And when you're lying, you make little changes here and there. Here she is now being interrogated regarding this. Let's use the word interview. I don't like that word interrogate. Let me know what you guys are thinking so far. If you are watching this with me, let me know what you guys are thinking so far if you guys are here watching it.
Believed her explanation would hold. She didn't expect the digital trail to demand answers her story couldn't supply. Welcome back to my channel. I don't have many followers, but your single comment is a ray of hope for me. On the evening news, the camera lingers on Rose Chase as she pleads into a microphone.
Adam, if you are seeing this, can you please come home to your family? They really do miss you.
But even in that carefully chosen,
she was really asking Adam to come home, wasn't she? But let's see.
chosen sentence. Something feels misaligned. Her eyes drift, her posture looks rehearsed, like she's checking an invisible script. The words sound correct, yet the emotion doesn't land. And that strange disconnect becomes the first quiet warning that the story the public is being told may not be the one that actually happened. Upstate New York, Ontario County, June 2012. The region is in early summer transition. Long daylight, mild to warm afternoons, and nights that cool just enough to keep windows cracked. It's the kind of season where routines feel ordinary. Work, family, errands. Until one day, normal life simply stops. Friday, June 15th, 2012.
Okay, so this happened in 2012. Pretty much he's explaining how it started. You know, at night they love to give, oh, it was a cool and warm day outside. So that's pretty much what they're doing before they get into the whole thing in the interrogation. That's how it works.
Adam Chase's mother, Sylvia Chase, can't ignore the silence anymore. Adam is 31 years old, and he hasn't contacted family for close to 2 days, a gap that feels wrong. Sylvia reaches out to her daughter-in-law, Rose, and what she hears doesn't sit right. Rose says Adam stormed out after a fight and hasn't returned. No calls, no check-in.
And he didn't even call his family, and especially if it's someone that's used to calling their family, it's highly suspicious. Red flags are going off, okay? He got upset. You get upset with your wife, who are you going to call next? Your mother. Same thing. You get upset with your husband, who do you call? Your mother or your father. But you will call a family member. You're not just going to disappear off the face of the earth and not call anyone. No check-ins, no phone calls, nothing. Very sus to me. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this one.
Just gone. To Sylvia, the explanation doesn't match Adam's pattern. And when instincts start screaming, she does what families do when they fear the worst. She calls the authorities. Ontario County investigators begin the missing person process and contact Rose. She stays calm, almost too calm, explaining that Adam left on foot after an argument, without taking essentials. She adds a detail that lands like a lead weight. Adam supposedly said she wouldn't find him until he wanted her to. Yet he
Oh, you're not gonna find me until I want you to. I'm leaving my phone behind. I'm leaving everything. I'm going out on foot. Bye, just like that. What do you guys think? Sus or totally normal so far? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm real curious. Let me check out what's happening on Facebook as I am watching this. Let's
left
hear.
behind his phone, his belongings, and there's been no activity on a joint bank account. To police, the picture is unstable. A reclusive man vanishes with nothing, doesn't surface, and doesn't reach anyone. That's not a cooling off walk. That's a red flag. As investigators dig, the background comes into focus.
Exactly. Father of two. That's what I'm saying. No one is leaving their phone behind and just, oh, do. And you know, as soon as we forget our phones, what do? We run back to go get them. Big red flag. If I'm driving and I forget my phone, I'm turning back to get it. Yet alone, he left on foot. Come on, come on.
Adam and Rose were high school sweethearts, married young, together nearly a decade, with a child. Adam's workplace describes him as steady and reliable. There's no history of him disappearing. The marriage is strained, and the strain has a name, Mark. A week before Adam vanished, Adam's sister received a photo, Rose kissing Mark in a park. When Sylvia confronted Rose, Rose brushed it off, claiming Mark was just a friend and that she believed he was gay.
Oh, it looks like there's some kind of not a love triangle, but could be that she was like, Rose, let's get the names together. It seems as if Rose is like, I've had enough of this, and I want to move on to this new gentleman. So what's his name? Mark. So we got Rose and Mark kissing, and she said, he's just a friend. She said, he's just a friend. Ooh. You guys remember that song? Let's see, man.
Sylvia didn't buy it. She forwarded the photo to Adam on June 12th, and the conflict escalated. Still, by June 4th,
Why did she send that to Adam? Rose, why would you send that picture of you kissing Mark to Adam, your husband, because you are alleging that you're just going to go around and kiss your gay friends because she said that he was gay? That's what they just said. So I guess, so I could just send it to my husband, right? You know, it's crazy. Hey. I see a lot of us are out here on the Facebook world. Hi, Facebook. How are you? Let me know what's up. Give me some comments. There's a lot of Facebook people watching.
14th, Rose says the couple tried to reset. They both took the day off work to work things out. Instead, the day ends with a fight and Adam allegedly walking away.
So wait. Let me get this clear. Let me get this clear. I'm just looking at the comments down here. So you guys, I look at Facebook and Instagram. I'm looking at a lot of comments. Okay, here's the thing. She sent this picture to her husband of her kissing her gay friend. They got in an argument, and allegedly he took off on foot without a cell phone. Bam. That's where we at. Let's see.
The twist that pushes the case into a stranger direction.
Imagine being able to build an app.
All right, so I want to know what you guys are thinking while this commercial is playing. I want to know what's going on in your heads. Like, what are you thinking? We're detectives here. We're playing detectives. We got to try to solve these things before they solve it. Oh, wait, it's back. All right.
Home to find a typed note.
Let's turn it
Reading
back.
Need to Talk. Along with the note, She says Adam's phone, charger, computer, clothes, and a suitcase are suddenly missing. Yet
Now you're missing. Okay. This goes back to the beginning. Remember what we said about when you're telling the truth, your story pretty much remains the same. When you're telling a lie, you're going all over the place. So she started with the fact that he left all his stuff. Remember, they got in an argument after she sent him the picture. He left all his stuff and then took off. Now she's saying, hey, my bad. You know what? He did take all his stuff. So, I mistaken.
his car remains at the house. Timing is too convenient, too cinematic, as if the disappearance just gained a storyline. Deputies arrive at the Chase home that night. Rose cooperates fully and leads them through the residence. The house is messy and neglected, but it's the basement that hits them hardest. A dim, musty space carrying a strong, foul odor.
Dun, 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 dun. Dim, musty place. Foul. Am I saying foul? Foul odor. Oh my gosh. It's not looking good for. Oh.
Rose explains it away. Rodents eat poison, die, and rot down there. Investigators do find dead rodents and bats, which supports her explanation just enough to move forward. But the smell...
All right, so at first they're like, I'm gonna take your word for it. Some rodents may have died down there, and you may be right, so you may be telling the truth. Then, all right. So let's see. What's up? Hey, Facebook. Hey, Instagram. Hello, YouTube. All right. Let's see.
lingers in their memory like a question mark they can't erase. Police release missing posters. Community joins search efforts. Chase family pleads publicly.
If you can hear this, you have a place to come home to. Call me, email me, whichever. Just come home.
Rose does too, again with words that sound right. But
Adam, if you are seeing this, can you please come home to your family?
She's put it up. If she's the one that did this, she is really putting up a great front, because let me tell you something. This is insane to me. So let me know what you guys are thinking. Also, you guys, I'm looking over here. If you see my face looking down, it's because I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking at the Facebook people to see what they're saying, so all good. So let's continue.
They really do miss you. And if anybody knows where Adam is, please contact the Ontario County Sheriffs. So this way the family can know how he is and that he's okay.
an energy that feels off, like she's performing the shape of concern rather than living inside it.
I don't know. You know what? I feel like I would believe her, because if she's saying that her husband is missing, who am I to say he's not? Especially not yet. You're like, okay, so maybe he is missing. Maybe she really is saying, hey, help me find my husband.
Leads come in, sightings, tips. Everyone collapses into nothing. Then, unexpectedly, Adam reappears, not in person, but through text messages. His family receive a message claiming he's staying with a friend in Canandaigua. Need time to think.
Okay. I'm gonna have to say that's where she messed up. This is all I can do right now. That's where she messed up.
Think. A similar message goes to Rose. Another text appears later from a different location within Canandaigua. Police track the phone's coordinates and chase each ping, but find no Adam, no footprints, no witness.
The ping is probably coming from the phone that she has down in that basement that she's using to say. And it's always where it's like, don't try to find me. You never will. It's always messages like that. Don't try to find me. Crazy.
No confirmation. Calls go unanswered. Soon the phone appears turned off. The messages feel like a cruel mirage. Contact without presence. As official momentum fades, the family hires Rodney Miller, a former Ontario County deputy and longtime friend, to push where the investigation has stalled. Miller starts where suspicion always returns, the house.
Dun, 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 dun. So you know what? I guess with the authorities, they stopped, the investigation stalled, and now they're like, you know what? We're gonna hire our own people, our own, I guess that's a friend of family friend, and he started right back at square one at the house. And this is actual footage.
Rose again allows access. Again, nothing obvious appears. But Miller keeps listening to what others overlook. Inconsistencies, timing, behavior, and a feeling that the truth isn't in the places being searched. Finally, December 13th, 2012, exactly 6 months after Adam vanished, the case detonates wide open. Not from a lab result or a routine tip, but from a phone call that sounds like a man trying to outrun his own adrenaline.
917, what's the location, the emergency? Rodney Miller, get me Sheriff Powell right away. I'm sorry, sir, what do you need? I need Sheriff Powell immediately. Yeah.
Ooh, a break came in. What do you think Rodney is going to say? He sounds like, give me the sheriff. I would have just screamed whatever I had to say into the phone, because you call 911, it's being recorded anyway, and especially if you don't have enough time, you're not going to be trying to speak to any specific person. I'm just going to be like, give me that captain or whoever it is. Let me just say whatever I'm saying, and then just tell your side before you don't have an opportunity to.
Sir, I can't access him off this telephone line. What can I help you with? I have Adam Chase. I found the body of Adam Chase. I want Sheriff Powell to call me immediately on this number. Okay, sir, you said you found the body? I know where he is. Please have Sheriff Powell get a hold of me right away. Okay, sir, your name is Rodney Miller? We will, you can get a hold of Investigator Martin also. Okay, sir, and have you actually located the body? No, sir. No, but I know where it is, I think.
Okay. He said he did not locate the body, but he knows where it is, he thinks. I wonder why he knows where it is. And who is he? Because it didn't say who this person was. So I have no idea who he is. You have no idea who he is. Who do you guys think that he is, you know? Let's see. Let's continue.
Okay, sir. And where is that? Just get somebody here at that residence, please. Sure. What is the address I'm on? You know that? What's the address here, Rose?
2215 Mott Road. 2215 Mott Road.
2215 Mott.
On a recorded emergency line, Rodney Miller says he knows where Adam is, where the body is, and insists the sheriff call him immediately.
Okay, so as we may say, on a record, he called 911 and he said, I know where where Adam is, not even the body. He says, I know where Adam is. I know where the body is. Please have the sheriff call me. Get a hold of him right away. This is a big break in this case. This is what they've been wanting. The family is like, at least you could have some kind of closure as a family.
The dispatch asks the address. Miller turns to Rose for it, and the location that comes out isn't the Chase home. It's 2215 M Road, the residence of Rose Chase's mother. In that moment,
What?
the missing person story pivots into something darker. How to make
Wait, his mother? It says Adam Chase's mother. That's where the body was? What?
man who walked away, but a disappearance with a destination. And as investigators bring Rose in once more, the question is no longer whether Adam will come home. It's whether Rose ever expected the truth to be found at all. At this stage, investigators already know the truth, but Rose doesn't. This opening isn't about
Uh-huh. They didn't tell her that they found the body. They already found the body because, they got that phone call. So now they bring her in and and this happens a lot, by the way. You already know the truth. You know what happened. You bring this person in and you interview them, all right? Just hear what they have to say, see if they're going to be honest with you. So this is going to be a very pivotal moment in the case. They also have to be careful what they say and what not to say, because you also don't want to give it away that you found the body. Let me know what you guys are thinking over there on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this case so far. Like, what's your thoughts on it? I actually like it. I like the interrogation. I don't like doing them, but I like listening to them, watching them. Do you guys like true crimes? Let me know in the comments as well. How do you guys feel about true crime? I like them. Maybe it's because I was a detective.
accusations. It's about control. By calmly asking how Adam was moved, detectives force her to mentally relive the crime. That's not curiosity, it's psychological pressure. Once a suspect starts explaining logistics, innocence quietly slips off the table.
Rose. Stan, things are a little different than they were the last couple of times we talked. I know you've talked to John here quite a bit. You've been down to your mom's house and you kind of showed him what was going on down there. How about when you were
You see how he's like a little hesitant? He's like, oh, about that. He's really trying to choose his words very carefully because don't forget, she doesn't know that they found the body. So he has to be very careful when he's speaking because he kind of probably want to lock her in a statement. Detectives like to do that. They like to lock you into a statement. So let's hear. I digress.
getting him out of the house? Did you cut him up or anything? Did you need any tools or anything? Or
No,
because if you did, where would those be?
he just fell apart.
Okay.
Here's the contradiction investigators are circling.
I already know what it is. She just said he stole the car. Then she said he left on foot and he left all his stuff behind. I already know what it is. Did you know what it is? Did you know what she was going to say? I don't know if you guys are paying enough attention.
Rose says Adam fell apart. Yet every detail she gives suggests planning, effort, and time. Moving a body isn't accidental behavior. It's deliberate. The question now isn't if she's involved, but whether she's hiding help, motive, or intent.
All right. How long have you been there?
He'd been there about 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay. So when we were in there the night that we came over, me and Investigator Durgan,
Yes.
where in the basement was he?
So he was there that night when they came over to the house, and she said that he wasn't there. Wow. Well, sorry, somebody said that he wasn't there. She said it was rodents. Remember, they went there and they smelled it, and there she was like, "Oh, there's rodents that died down here. It's nothing." So they moved up. So she moved the body.
The part that I told you the light wouldn't work.
Mm-hmm.
I had skids along the wall,
Mm-hmm.
and he was underneath all that stuff that was in that corner.
Oh my gosh, she was on it. That's what the smell was. Are you listening to this? That's what the smell was. Wow. And she lives there dealing with that smell. What's her motive? What is she gonna say? Wow.
Okay.
When Rose describes the body hidden in the basement, the tone changes. This isn't grief, it's inventory. Investigators listen closely here because memory tied to trauma is usually fragmented, but Rose recalls layout, timing, and placement with unsettling clarity. That level of recall often signals rehearsal, not shock.
Alone.
How'd you get in there?
I tracked
Yourself?
him.
And he's a pretty big guy. And, you know, when somebody can't move, it's hard to move.
It sure is. I mean, come on, we can't even. Maybe she's a bodybuilder. Maybe she's been lifting weights. Who knows? She said she dragged him down there. So, I mean, he's a big guy, but maybe she's a strong lady. So let's see.
It was very difficult.
Okay.
I will admit it was difficult.
Okay. What, Mark doesn't know anything about this?
He found out tonight.
Okay.
And do you guys remember who Mark is? Remember, they're asking her about Mark. Did he know anything about this? She's saying that he just found out. But Mark is the guy she was kissing in the picture that she sent to her husband that started the argument to begin with. I think the cops the investigators seem like they're trying to tie this situation to someone helped her. The guy was pretty big. You couldn't have done that all by yourself, you know. So I think that's what they're trying to get at. That's what they're trying to allude to.
Was he involved in any portion of getting Adam out of the house?
No. I did not want him to know what happened.
This is where detectives quietly test plausibility. Adam was a large man. Rose was alone. By focusing on physical difficulty, they're gauging truth through strain. Genuine accidents tend to include chaos and panic. What Rose describes instead is endurance. Hours, days, weeks of concealment.
What precipitated all this? I mean, obviously, you know, his boss talked to him early that morning, 9:30, right? The day that he called into work, is that when this happened?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what happened?
Him and I called into work so this way we could work things out.
Okay.
He went back.
Okay, so she's about to tell us what happened. They both called out of work so they could work things out. What went wrong? But I'm still trying to get over the fact that she would send him the picture of her kissing this guy. It doesn't make sense, regardless if you're saying, oh, look, here's a picture. He's gay. Don't worry about it. Make no sense to me. But hey.
Back to sleep after he called up his boss.
Okay.
I tried waking him up. It took me a while, but he finally got up. He went upstairs to grab a smoke. Then he started to go on the computer, and I thought we were going to talk about this. Started arguing again about the fact that Mark kissed me.
The moment Mark is mentioned, investigators lock in. Rose is quick to protect him.
Yeah, she really is protecting Mark. It's like, Mark didn't know anything. Mark just found out today. I did everything all by myself. Her husband is a pretty big guy. Just look at his neck. How did he get to the basement by himself? She's probably going to squeal.
Almost reflexively, that urgency tells police two things. First, she understands criminal liability. Second, she's been managing narratives carefully. Innocent people don't usually curate who knows what. They react.
And I go, yes, it was only a kiss. And he goes, well, you told me last night that we're going to get a DNA test done on Tristan. I told him then, no need, Tristan's not yours.
What? She's saying Tristan is not her husband's child? Am I missing something here? Did they fast forward something that I'm missing?
He got furious, punched the wall.
Okay, and that was the hole that we saw, right?
I went to grab him. He did push me away. I went to grab him again, and I don't know if he tried to push me away again or if I tried to grabbed him wrong, but his foot caught the stairs and he tumbled down the stairs.
All right, lady. They got in a big argument, for those of you that are not paying attention. During the argument, he pushed her, she pushed him. Wherever the stairs is, he tumbled down the stairs. Now, when he tumbled down, is he still alive after? Like, I'm curious to see this man tumble. How many stairs was it? I mean, how steep are these stairs? Like, this is.
Okay.
Now motive enters the room. Infidelity, DNA doubts, rage. This argument wasn't abstract.
If she's telling the truth, we don't know. She's saying she told her husband, we don't need a DNA test because he's not yours. Okay, so who's is it Mark's? We don't know. But we know that according to what she's saying, they got into a physical altercation. He pushed her, she pushed him. His foot caught the door, he fell down.
It was personal and explosive. When emotions peak near staircases, kitchens, or weapons, investigators know those are danger zones. The setting matters almost as much as the argument itself.
Fold to the side, and he moved down the stairs.
Let me know in the comments, are you guys buying the story about him falling down the stairs? I'm gonna get off of here and go back on Instagram. I want to know if you guys are buying this story that he fell down the stairs. Let me know. Let me know. I'm listening, trying to get some comments in here, some people. So I'm back on Facebook. I'm back on Instagram to check that out. So I want to know what you guys are thinking in the comments. Come on, give me some comments. Are you watching this or?
He rolled down the stairs and just laid there. I don't remember him falling forward. I don't remember him falling back. I just remember him falling to the side. I paused. I go, Adam, you okay? Hesitated, shook him a little bit. Waited a few more minutes. Still wasn't moving.
One fall down the stairs. She didn't think to call 911. At what point do you say, let me call 911? At what point do you say that? Do you just not say it? That's what I want to know. I just want to know. Whatever it is that's going on between you and this guy, at what point do you say, I'm about to call 911? Not her.
I shook him again. Still wasn't moving. Looked to see if he had a pulse. I didn't really.
Where'd you check?
Check this first.
Okay. Did you check his neck at all to see if he had one there?
No.
Okay. All right. Keep.
So what did she do? He fell down the stairs. She ran back up, closed the door, and then forgot about him. Then decided to cover up the body and call it a day. I mean, what's the deal here, lady? Let me know.
Then I just waited a few more minutes, and then he started to wet himself.
Okay.
I panicked. I didn't know if any of the neighbors heard anything.
He started wetting himself after. It was about 5 minutes.
I thought she said he fell down the stairs. She shook him. There was no pulse. There was nothing. Her story is all over the place. Now she's saying 5 minutes later, he started wetting himself. do you see why these detectives are like, she's full of it? They're absolutely not believing a word this lady's saying. And I mean, I know you guys, let me know if you guys are believing her, because no way does this make sense to anyone at all. And you don't have to be a detective to know that this doesn't make sense.
It's about 5 minutes afterwards.
He started by himself. Did you think that was any indication of the crystal been alive, or?
I don't know.
Did you maybe, when you started doing that, you kind of thought, did you shake him again, Brian, or Adam, or you just assumed it was,
After he
still
let
dead?
after he let himself, I just assumed he was.
Rose frames the fall as accidental, but notice what's missing. Number 911 call. No scream for help.
That's what I said. No 911 call, no 911 call, nothing. She said, oh, I mean, at what point do you say, hey, let me help this person? They fell down the stairs, no pulse. Then you said he wet himself. Okay, after he wet himself, did you say, let me call 911? Or you're like, you can stay down there. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me at all. Or did she call Mark?
No neighbor alerted. Silence after a supposed accident is one of the strongest red flags in homicide investigations. Fear of consequences often overrides instinct to save.
We started arguing in this room. And when he
at this point, she needs to be like, stop all questioning. I'm gonna need a lawyer. Why she's still sitting there answering questions, I have no idea. So you guys know, when you get questioned like this by the cops, detectives, you could be like, that's it. Once they read you your Miranda right, you'd be like, okay, well, I don't want to answer no questions. I need a lawyer. Like, come on, lady.
after I told him about Tristan, he punches the wall, starts to walk away. I grabbed him by the arm. He pushed me away.
Which arm?
I think they're just trying to lock her in a statement. She's writing all this stuff. I told him about Tristan. He pushed me away. Then I pushed him. Then he fell. Oh, it's just not making sense at all.
It'd have to be this arm. His left.
Okay, so is he facing you at this point?
No, he was
Or is-
walking away. I grabbed him by his left arm. He takes his right arm, kind of gives me a little bit of push. Not really hard. It's just a little push.
So your natural reaction was to just shove him back?
No, I didn't shove him back. He started walking away again, and I went to.
Wait a minute. She's all over the place. Didn't she just say that she shoved him back earlier? When she first told the story, her story is so inconsistent because you know it's not the truth, right? When she first did it, she said, oh, I pushed him back. We were pushing each other. Now she's saying she didn't push him. Like, confused. Which one is it, lady?
Grabbed him again, and this time, I want to say, I have this left arm again.
I'm laughing because she's doing all of that, and I can imagine just being the detective there. At this point, like you're like, you got her, but you just want to kind of be like, let's take a break. You know, she already got water, so let's just take a break for a little bit because she's all over the place with this, all over the place.
He went to he went to push me away again, and that's when his right foot caught the edge of the stairs.
This is the top step, or was he down a
No,
couple stairs? So he was halfway down?
He was at the top. He was on the, you got right here. There's a little platform before you go down the stairs. He's right here.
So he already made it down one portion of the stairs, is on the platform.
Because I remember it was a sunny day and the light was coming in from the window right there. So I grabbed him. He went to push me away again. That's when his right foot caught the edge of the stairs.
Why does she keep saying the same thing? She grabbed him. It was a light, sunny day out. Like, I want to know, why wasn't 911 called? At what point are you going to ask, are you going to try to help him, right? If that's all that happened, it was just a push. When do you say, hey, let me try to help this person?
And he just tumbled.
How many stairs are on that second point from that platform?
And you know why they're asking how many stairs, right? Because how many stairs did he fall down? Because then you said now he wet himself. So I'm real curious how many stairs. I can't wait for the truth to come out on this one because she is telling some stories.
To the ground. Approximately.
12?
So it's a longer flight.
I want to say 12. I'm not exactly sure.
How many times did he tumble? Or did he tumble at all? Did he slide down?
No, he tumbled. I know he tumbled, but I don't know how many times.
Okay, it was good she said she didn't know how many times because honestly, if she gave a time like, oh, I think he tumbled like 5 times, that wouldn't make sense to me because how are you going to know how many times he tumbled, right? So I'm like, okay, good. She doesn't know how many times he tumbled, but her story is definitely not making sense to me at all.
Confession doesn't come from police pressure. It comes from fear of exposure. When Rose believes arrest is imminent, the psychological wall collapses. This is called anticipatory confession, when the suspect talks not because they're cornered, but because they think the corner is coming.
His head on the door.
Did she just said he hit his head on the door? Lord, I thought she said his foot hit the door, he fell, stumbled down, and then because he stumbled down, child, her story is just not making sense. She is just not making any sense right now. Look at this. Look at the detective in the blue. He's like, she may as well just start confessing right now because I don't believe a thing she's saying. He's gonna, and then he's like, man, this is long. He's gonna have to type all this stuff and put it in a report.
Door was open.
Which door? At the bottom of the stairs or the top?
At the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
The door was open, but it wasn't open all the way.
Mm-hmm.
They don't believe her. They know they're like, yeah, keep talking. Tell me more of this silly story that you keep changing over and over and over and over. So he hit his head, he tumbled, he's wetting himself. What else happened? Because you still didn't call 911. You didn't still try to help him. Did he try to fight you while you were on the floor? Did like, what's the deal? I don't know.
So other than going to check on him, did you ever, I mean, obviously we didn't get any 911 calls. You checked for a pulse, you didn't feel one. You took him down to the basement. He was there for how long? Do you figure? I mean, it's the day that, the day that he calls.
The day that this happened.
Is the day that he calls into work, just so we're, June 14th?
June 14th.
Okay.
When I got him into the basement.
Wait, did she say when I got into the basement? Did you hear that? Did she just change her words around? Did she say when I got him to the basement? Because I thought she said he fell, hit his head, and he went down in the basement. So now she's saying, oh, wait, he fell down the stairs, hit his head, and then she dragged him down to the basement. Got you. All right.
I was exhausted from moving
Mhm.
him. So I left him at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Because I was thinking that he tumbled all the way down the stairs, and that's why the detectives are looking at the drawing and asking how many stairs. Makes sense. I'm not there, so.
The following day, I got Tristan on the bus
Okay.
and went to the bank. Sylvia called me and said that she talked to the sheriff, that he wanted to talk to me. So
Mhm.
I went back to the house in a panic. Saw Adam just laying there, and I didn't want the sheriff to see him there because I knew he would arrest me right on the spot.
Mhm.
So that little corner cut out of the wall, I
Mhm.
thought about putting him in there. I went in there, checked it out, was gonna put him in an area in the dirt.
Mhm.
But when I went to move him, I couldn't really lift him that far.
Oh, okay. So when he fell, she left him there. She got nervous. She got scared. She covered him up. She didn't think to ask for help. She didn't want to be the one for them to say, oh, you killed this guy. And she did it all by herself. And that's what she's saying. That's what she's saying. What are you guys saying? Let me see in the comments here. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm not even. I want to see what everyone is saying in this comments. What are you guys thinking? I want to see what people are thinking here. Okay.
So I was still panicking.
By now, the accident narrative is unraveling. What investigators keep returning to is simple. Accidents create panic and calls for help. Cover-ups create silence, staging, and lies.
And this sounds more like a cover-up and a staging. I don't know. I'm just saying. I wasn't there. It just sounds highly suspicious to me right now. But what are you guys thinking? How does it sound? Wait, what is that? Let me know how it sounds to you guys. I'm checking out what they're doing on these other platforms. But I just came off.
In part 2, detectives will stop asking what happened and start proving why the accident story can't survive.
So I actually dragged him by his feet into the lower part
Okay.
of the basement, got him so this way he was cross-legged like this, and I struggled to get him into this position.
Okay.
And that's when I put the tarp. That's when I put everything
Okay.
on top of it.
Anything more than a tarp? I mean, plastic?
Tarp? Where did the tarp come from? She really, like, not for nothing, but she really had a lot of thinking kind of went into this, right? She is really trying to cover her tracks. She is doing a lot of cover up, if you ask me. I just feel like she's really doing some stuff right now. But I want to know what you guys are thinking in the comments.
No, it was my son's kiddie pool
Mm-hmm.
that he was originally over top of him. I had all the skids of stuff surrounding him. Then I put long pieces of board over top of that, and I made it look like a table.
Just to clarify a couple of things. His cell phone. You send those text messages?
I did.
Yep. Yep. See? She got herself caught up because you're saying all of that. So that means this was premeditated. You knew this man was dead. You still had him there. You knew people were looking for him. You know all of this. And yet you did Nothing. You were to the point where you were sending messages to his family, sending messages to yourself. Don't try to look for me. I took off and all this stuff. Like, why? Don't try to look for me. I knew that didn't make sense. And then leaving without your cell phone, that didn't make sense either.
Okay. The laptop computer, where'd that go?
I got it out of my house.
Okay. The note that was hung up on the fridge?
That was
Okay.
This is a critical behavioral tell. Rose waits. She watches. She checks but never acts. When she describes him wetting himself, she assumes death instead of uncertainty. Investigators know that assumption matters. It reveals a mental shift from spouse to problem solver.
Is if this was him falling down the stairs, why do we go through all this? I mean, what do we go through all this for? Help me figure this out, because
at first, I thought everyone was going to think it was a murder.
mhm.
That I offed him.
Okay. So what she's saying is the reason why she covered up everything and got nervous and scared is because people were going to think that she's this big murderer. But also her covering this up, what does that say? If you're covering it up, what does that say? Why didn't you call the cops to begin with? Why do you go through such great length to cover all this up? Why?
On purpose. And then after I hit the body and the dogs came in, I thought I got pretty lucky. I was going to turn myself in several times,
Mhm.
but the thing that kept shying me away from turning myself in was how his family acted.
What? So what stopped her from turning herself in? What stopped her from doing everything is because she didn't like the way his family acted? Are you serious, lady? Come on. Come on. That doesn't make any sense to me. All of that, all the resource, trying to look for this man, all these people coming to your house, his family's crying, and you're like, oh, I don't know.
Mhm. What do you mean by that?
As in, what they were doing was, pissing me off.
Mhm.
How about they were, saying that I did all this stuff without physical evidence, and it really.
But they weren't wrong, right? They weren't wrong. They were accusing her. So because his family was accusing her, she's like, well, I'm not going to tell you where his body is. And I don't like the way you're going to react after I do tell you, or if I do tell you. Are you kidding me? Come on. That's not good enough. That's not good enough at all.
Pissed me off, and I just wanted.
So this drags on mostly because of their treatment of you after this happens?
Correct.
Why would you think that we would think you murdered him? I mean,
that's a wonderful question. Why would she? I didn't even think about that. That's what she said, that you guys would think that I murdered him. I'm scared of that because she, right?
we were talking about it in the car. I mean, you tried to grab him. He fell down the stairs. I mean, you saw him at the bottom.
Sounds like an accident to me. That was her chance to call for help when he fell down the stairs or call 911, but she didn't do it.
On the stairs, when people would call 911, try to get him some help. And there's nobody else there that saw this argument, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so do you think that maybe you pushed him? It's a natural reflex. I wouldn't blame you if you did.
This is
They trying to set her up. Don't do it, lady. And she goes, the cops are like her friend now. And it's natural. I mean, it happens if he did fall down the steps. It's not your fault. If you push him, you may have pushed him, but you pushed him by accident. Come on, detective.
Strategic empathy. Detectives validate her anger, not her actions. They frame her emotions as understandable.
A lot of detectives do that because they probably do understand. And sometimes we do understand, but it doesn't make it right.
Almost universal, while isolating the one moment she refuses to fully explain. That contrast makes the missing truth feel louder than any accusation.
Somebody's shoving me, my natural reflex is to shove them back. You didn't do it on purpose.
I don't remember pushing. I remember grabbing his arm, but I don't remember pushing him in that.
But I mean, did you grab him to pull him towards you? I mean, why did you grab his arm?
I just grabbed him to get his attention.
Or just throwing this out there. If he makes it, does he tell us something different about what happened up there?
Oh, she paused for a long time. She said, if he made it, would he tell us something? He said, if he had made it, would he tell us something different happened? Did you see that long pause that she had or had in this video? This is crazy. It's a very long pause. It's like, yeah, I think he would. She should have just been like, no, he would have told you the same thing I just told you. But she paused. Let's hear what she's going to say.
I think he would have told you anything different. The only thing.
Well, here's what we're trying to.
You said the only thing, but then she did say, oh, he wouldn't tell you anything different. But she did have a very long pause, which is sus.
Figure out, Rose. This is the part that's confusing to all of us. If this is truly an accident, if you two are squabbling at the top of the stairs, he slips, falls, breaks his neck, whatever happened to him.
I think.
Well, hang on. The first natural reaction from anybody, I don't care if it's your mortal enemy, is going to be to try to get this guy some help.
Well, maybe if it's not your mortal enemy. No, but like I said, she did not do any of that. She did not try to help this guy, her husband. So I get what the detectives are saying. And that's what we've been saying throughout this entire case. She went through such great lengths to cover up everything, to not let him be found, like no opportunity for him to be found alive or anything like that.
The thing that I keep hearing is that you're going to turn yourself in, that, you know, if the first deputy that shows up saw him, you were going to get arrested. If this was an accident, and none of that happens that way, that just tells me that if Adam doesn't perish from his injuries, that maybe he tells us a different story about what happened on that stairwell.
What I was afraid of, if Adam didn't perish on that stairwell, was that the truth about Tristan's DNA was going to come out.
Okay. The detective's trying to get her. But she's saying, but it's kind of like she's still admitting to it, right? So she's saying that she didn't call 911 or she didn't try to get him any help because she didn't want the truth about her son's real father, the truth about his DNA to come out. You know, one of those where you're like this. I mean, like, come on.
Came out anyway, but the first thing that was going through my head was, okay, Adam died.
This is where the accident story begins to crack. Investigators introduce a devastating possibility. If Adam had survived, he could have told a very different story. Rose's response isn't grief, it's fear. Fear of exposure. Fear that the truth about Tristan's paternity would surface. That fear reveals motive, not regret.
Stand up for a second.
Sure.
Okay. What's she standing up for?
Top of the stairs.
Okay.
Oh, she's
I grabbed
What? She's doing reenactment on the detective. I don't know why she needs to do a reenactment. They already know the deal. But go ahead, lady, do your reenactment. She doing, look, I grabbed your arm. So she's doing all of this. She's saying, all right, let's see what she's saying.
Your arm.
Go ahead. Yeah.
And he went to push me away again.
Okay.
I think, and this time, I blocked him.
Okay.
Foot's right there at the stairs.
Mm-hmm. So you
Got
hit
him.
him?
I didn't hit him hard,
Okay.
but my hand brushed against his face.
Okay.
Down.
I mean, she's out of view, so we don't know what she's doing over there. But her doing all of this is absolutely ridiculous. Look at the other detectives. He's sitting there like this. I don't believe this lady. She telling a lie. She about to go to jail. She don't know yet. But just let her keep telling her story. Whatever she does, don't let her ask for a lawyer. Just let her keep telling it and telling it. These interrogations, they can go on for hours. Let me tell you, talk about taking breaks and coming back and breaks and coming back. It's very, in my opinion, it's very draining. It's like solving a puzzle too. So some people just love solving that puzzle.
Did you fall down the stairs too?
No.
Okay.
Because I grabbed the guardrail.
Okay. All right.
And I just watched him fall. I don't know how many times he.
So there was enough momentum as you were swatting at him. There was enough momentum where you almost went down the stairs too. Is that? But you grabbed the guardrail. He obviously didn't have a chance to. I mean, and again, this wasn't the first go round for you two having a problem like this. The difference is this time now you have Tristan. Now he's also using Tristan as an investigative tool to figure out what's going on. You know, the key logger wasn't bad enough. Having an identical phone to yours wasn't enough. Now he's involving your son because it's not Adam's son. You know that. He's involving your son in this mess, and this is it. You've had enough.
Well, now he's like, okay, we've been sitting here long enough. Let's just try to lock her into something that makes sense. And this is basically what he's getting from everything she's saying, because she's saying, don't forget, she did say, she really didn't try to help him because she's scared of the truth getting out about her son, that it wasn't Adam's son. It was someone else's son, her son, Tristan. So the detective is putting all that stuff together and just trying to make her feel comfortable so she can talk more like, listen, we understand. We know what you went through. I believe that's what they're doing.
Anybody can see how that happens. You know, I mean, we've pretty much to the point. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But in the same note,
at the beginning of that day, it was trying to cover my ass.
Well, because you got away with it before, right? I mean, you were able to deny your way out of this kind of stuff before.
Correct.
So
the reenactment at the stairwell is no accident. By physically placing Rose back into the moment, detectives force her body to remember what her words are trying to avoid. Muscle memory doesn't lie the way language does, and subtle shifts here tell investigators more than any confession.
This time I was trying to cover my ass, but then I came out.
Mm-hmm. And when that came out, Tristan's true father, I mean, you didn't tell him who the father was, right? You just told him it wasn't him.
Correct.
And obviously that sets him off to a new level than he's been at before, because he's had suspicions about infidelity before, which, you know, whatever came of them, came of them. Now he's sure. And then on top of that, we've got him now knowing that Tristan's not his.
All right, so I guess it looks like they're trying to get some motives. They're trying to tie everything together. They're really trying to wrap it up, lock her into a statement, finally get something together so she can admit So it seems like the motive right now, from what we're getting, is that the fact that the son Tristan was not his, there's infidelity in the relationship, and she really didn't want that to come out. Not the infidelity, I guess you could say the infidelity as well, because she didn't want it to come out that he was not the father of their child, right? This child that he believed was his. And she's like, she didn't want it to come out. And also, she didn't like the way his family was acting, which is odd to me, but whatever.
And he's mad, you're mad, and things just escalate. You know, I mean, it's.
But my whole intent for when he was right there, I didn't want him to fall down the stairs. I just wanted to get his attention. I wanted to talk to him. That was the whole thing.
Yeah, but if she wanted, see, this is why they're just letting her talk, because she's going to talk herself right into handcuffs. Keep going. Right into handcuffs. Talk yourself right into handcuffs.
That we were mainly going to talk. That he just went back to the computer. That really pissed me.
Well, he spent most of his life at the computer. He ignored your son because he was at the computer.
Yeah, I know that.
You know, I mean, let's call a spade. We got to be honest here. And that made you mad too. Because I don't know any mother in the world that would prefer their husband, and even if he doesn't know at that point that Tristan, the fact that he didn't know that Tristan wasn't his kind of makes it worse, because that's your own son and you're playing video games.
Notice how the narrative evolves. First, it's an accident. Then it's momentum. Now it's blocking. Each revision moves Rose closer to intent. Investigate.
Yeah, because but then she said he was at the computer, he was ignoring her. There's so much more to this story. They are really getting there. He's ignoring her. The kid isn't his. They got in an argument. There's a big situation going on right here, and it is getting good. Very good. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments here. Let me see. All right.
Creators allow these changes because every adjustment is a psychological concession, proof that the original story couldn't stand.
Or you're on the computer, you're doing whatever. You know, yeah. I mean, I can understand your frustration.
People are going to understand the anger here. They're going to understand it. They're going to understand if you pushed them.
Another thing that was going through my head at the same time was, hey, if he's dead, you don't have to worry about waking him up anymore. It's spending 2 hours trying to wake him up.
You guys had a tough relationship.
So again, that's something people are going to understand. What they're not going to understand.
The detectives are just trying to get her to confess. Let me go into this other thing now. Let me see what's going on Instagram. See what's going on Instagram, because I haven't been there. And I think the detectives are really just trying to, right now, they're just really trying to lock her in. So I don't think they believe anything that she's saying. They're just trying to narrow it down because it's almost over, and they're trying to lock her in. And the truth is slowly coming out. The thing is that these stories, they take a while to come out.
And as you being clear about everything else except for that one point in time. They're not going to understand that.
It was your car that you were taking her down to your mom's house in?
Correct.
His car used at all for any of it? Okay.
No, I just moved it.
What were you using? Blankets, rugs? What were you rolling them up in? I mean, what was the biggest piece that you had to get out of there by yourself? His torso? I mean,
the torso part.
Okay. Tell me about it.
Well, all right. Head, arms, legs, came off no problem.
All right.
Came off no problem. Oh my gosh. This lady really did a working on this husband of hers. Are you listening to this? Are you here with me? Have you been listening to it from the beginning?
No,
Well,
came off. You mean it just kind of fell off?
Fell off. I mean,
Okay.
the legs fell off right about the knee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is the real creepy part. The torso itself. I went to lift it up once. I put it on a trash bag.
Mm-hmm.
Wrapped it up, took a blanket, lifted it up to where the sub pump was. I went upstairs, opened up the car door, back hatch. And as I'm lifting up the torso,
She's going to jail for the rest of her life. She's doing all of this. She's pretty much confessing to murdering her husband. That's what she's doing right now. That's how long it took them to finally get her. This is why you just gotta let people talk. That I can do, because people love to talk.
torso part,
Now the interrogation turns dark. Disposal details surface, not hypotheticals, not vague language, but anatomy. When suspects describe bodies and parts, it signals emotional detachment. At this point, investigators are no longer determining if this was murder, but how long it had been.
Yeah, that's what I said. They know now. They just trying to get some information, more information out of her. That's it. Like I said, she just talked herself right into handcuffs. That's it. She should have just stopped talking, request to have a lawyer, and call it a day.
it hits my keys and the car alarm is going.
No, you're doing this all at night? Does that mean?
Actually, I did it over. Yeah, I wrapped him up,
Mm-hmm.
lifted him up, put him in the car, and I remember my car alarm goes off, and of course I got his legs and his arms in there first.
Did you? She did a whole thing. Not only, let's say he died by accident, but then she disposed of the body. She disposed of the body. You hear she's saying all this stuff she did? She lifted him up, his torso, his legs came off, he was heavy. She wrapped him up, she put him in her car. She really thought about all of this. She didn't think about this part though. Nope, she sure as that didn't.
Then the torso goes off. One of my neighbors came out. I shut the door.
Mm-hmm.
And, they were like, hey, was that your car alarm? I go, yeah. I hit the button by mistake. I thought when I was carrying him down the ramp.
No, this lady's funny. She had every opportunity in the world. At this point, it's no longer, oh, it was an accident or whatever. She's saying how she covered it up. She's pretty much just telling them everything. Just let her talk. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Because that's pretty much what she's doing. Neighbor came out, saw you, all this stuff, and you over here wrapping up bodies and doing all kind of foolishness. Come on. You heard what I said? Foolishness. Foolishness. Nonsense.
He was going to flip out of me.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't. I made it to the car.
This is one of the most chilling sections of the case. Nighttime transport, a car alarm, a neighbor. Every interruption increases risk, yet Rose continues. That persistence tells investigators this wasn't panic. It was resolve. Panic freezes people. Determination moves them.
What made you think to burn him? And would you?
Because he always wanted to be cremated. That's the one thing he wanted, was to be cremated.
What? Yo, she is delusional right now. She's losing it. She's absolutely losing it. He wanted to be cremated, so she was like, let me go ahead and cremate him. Ah.
He didn't want a sappy funeral. He didn't want anybody to play those sad songs. He just wanted to be cremated and pretty much to have it black. So before anybody could see it, I took the shovel and I scooped them into the trash can. My mom came over and said, "What are you doing? The fire's already out." I said, "I just want to make sure that everything's out, just to make sure that, just to take care of stuff." Because there was also some nails from the wood. I go, "See, there's nails. I don't want you to hit it with your lawnmower and send it flying somewhere."
Rose reframes the burning as mercy, fulfilling Adam's wishes. But investigators hear something else: moral licensing. When someone justifies a crime as kindness, it often masks guilt too heavy to carry honestly. Compassion becomes camouflage.
They had a tough relationship.
No, she said she cremated him because that's what he wanted. He wanted you to cremate him after you pretty much unalive this man. Are you serious right now? And the nerves for her to sit up there and say all of that, like they said, like she did such a wonderful, great thing to help this man out. Lady, if you don't go, like I said, she is talking herself right into those beautiful handcuffs. Yep, that's what she's doing.
So again, that's something people are going to understand. What they're not going to understand is you being clear about everything else except for that one point in time. They're not going to understand that. And then they're going to think you're trying to cover something up.
They're just trying to lock her in a statement. Who's not going to understand? What people? These detectives are better than I thought.
And let's be honest, we got to.
She about to fall for the okie doke as they wrap this up. They really trying to get to the last meat and potatoes. They about to get up, tell her to get up and put her in cuffs. That's exactly what they're about to do. They have enough probable cause at this point for her to get arrested. Enough evidence. That's what that means.
5.5, almost 6 month history, 6 months tomorrow, of not really being truthful here. This is the time to lay it on the table.
She hasn't been truthful for 6 months. So right now, right in this moment, we're almost there. We're almost there. You're about to go to jail for the rest of your life. So just be truthful with us right now. Well, at this point, honestly, she has no choice. Like, they got everything they need. This lady covered this thing up for 6 months, cremated this man. Even if he did die by accident, she cremated him. She covered it up. She didn't tell anyone where he was. His family was looking for him. Detectives were looking for him. So many people were looking for him. And she kept mum. Why? She's saying she didn't want it to come out that the son was not his. Crazy.
Because we can't keep doing what we've been doing.
Anybody hearing your story is going to say, "Hell yeah, I would have pushed him too." You know?
Now, those detectives know they lying. They wouldn't have. I love detectives because they play you like a fiddle. And they playing her right now like a fiddle, like a guitar. Bing, bing, bing. All right for it. Just let her do most of the talking, and she's talking herself right into handcuffs.
And subconsciously, I did want to push him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So did you?
I'm going to have to say yes.
Okay.
That's it. She kept saying she didn't push him, she didn't push him, she didn't push him, she didn't push him, right? That's what she kept saying. And now, because the detectives told her, so many people would understand if you did push him. And now she said, yes, you got me. I pushed him to his death, and I didn't even try to help him. On top of that, I gave him his final wishes by cremating him and not telling anyone. Isn't that so nice of me? That's what she's saying. I mean,
I went to grab his arm. He went to take me away again. And with that hit on the head, it was more disorient once I seen that he lost his footing. So this way he didn't grab the railing.
Where'd you push him? Once you saw that was he trying to grab for the railing?
I still had a hold of his arm at the time.
Okay.
And it was just a final.
But you knew he was falling, so
Yeah.
you gave it a final shove because you wanted him to fall down those stairs.
Yeah.
Because you were pissed.
Grabbed a bag out from the kitchen.
she really premeditated this, thought about it, and did everything. And it seems like the motive is, one, she was upset. Two, she knew the son wasn't his and she didn't want it to come out. So she did everything in her power to make sure that that did not come out. And that's what she did. Yep, purse.
Wiggled the bag underneath him. Still wasn't doing anything. Got him on that bag. I mean, it was one of those heavy duty cars, almost like what you use for lining of a waterbed.
This is the turning point. Detectives stop confronting and start aligning. They present themselves as understanding allies because once resistance fades, truth flows.
That's all it was. All they said was, we understand. You were upset. You just, it's just techniques. You have to let these people know that I understand what you're going through. I get it. If I was in your situation, I'd probably do the same thing too. And in reality, you know you wouldn't do it, but you really need to get that confession and the reason and the purpose, and also closures for the families that lose their loved ones. So that's what they did.
After months of denial, Rose finally admits what her body language revealed all along. She pushed him.
Okay. Big, thick, heavy.
Yeah. That made it a little bit easier to drag him into.
Mm-hmm.
After I got him to the stairwell in the right in front of the basement, still wasn't moving anything. He didn't do anything. I actually cleared all those doors and stuff out of the stairwell, giving myself some more room. Grabbed him. He's still not moving. Got him right there. He's right there on the platform, and I gave him another shove into the basement. I couldn't.
You heard what she just said? She helped it along. She helped the situation along. That's what she did. And that's the confession. She's confessing the whole thing. At this point, the detectives are like, tell me more. I completely understand you. These handcuffs are right here waiting for you as soon as you finish this.
Carrying him.
Mm-hmm.
I just let gravity.
Just let him slide down the stairs.
Gravity do its work.
Gravity. She put a trash bag to pull him underneath because, it's more slippery. He's a heavy guy. So I guess she didn't get help from anyone. She used a trash bag underneath and it pulls. And she gave him a little nudge. Just a little nudge.
He tumbled there.
He tumbled there. He hit his head. He hit his head there and started bleeding. At the bottom of the stairwell, there was some blood.
Okay.
So whoever did this investigation, whoever came and tried to find this guy, it's almost like, I don't know. Would you say they could have done a little bit more? They could have investigated that scent a little bit more, just a little bit more investigation could have helped this case along by law enforcement instead of just cutting everything off and just believing everything. I don't know, but that's a big question that I'm sure a lot of people will have as far as this is concerned.
And I only remember the blood there because when I went to put him in the corner, when I went to lift him up, where his head hit me,
Mm-hmm.
there was some blood on my clothes, so I had to wash it. So I washed my clothes.
And I just feel like if a little bit more investigation would have been done, maybe they would have caught a lot more of these things.
I also bleached the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, she done bleached and everything. Damn, lady, you really had this whole thing like all set up.
And that bottle of bleach that was in the basement, is that the one?
The final confession isn't loud. It's mechanical. Each shove is recounted step by step, gravity doing the rest. This isn't an accident remembered. It's an action reconstructed. And in the end, the law agrees. Rose Chase is convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 23.5 years to life. After a 2-week trial in October 2013, a jury in Ontario County, New York found Rose Chase guilty of second-degree murder, as well as...
With that confession, I'm surprised she didn't get more time. But I guess I don't know, they having some 23 years in. How old do you think she is? I don't know. I don't see her date of birth on there. But I don't know.
Related charges, including tampering with physical evidence in the brutal case of her husband, Adam Chase. In January 2014, the court sentenced her to an indeterminate term of 23 years to life in prison on the murder conviction, reflecting the severity and intentional nature of the crime. Additional concurrent sentences were imposed on the evidence tampering count.
She ain't coming out.
Though a later appellate decision reversed her conviction for endangering the welfare of a child in 2018. As of the most recent reporting, Chase is serving her sentence at a New York State correctional facility and remains eligible for parole after completing the minimum term of her life in tank.
Wow. Just wow. Oh my goodness, you guys.
6 months after her husband vanished.
Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments, if I can see some of them. What do you guys think about this case? What's your thoughts about this one? If you watched the entire thing with me, let me know your thoughts. The little bit that we have. Let me know, and let me know, do you guys like these true crime stories? I'm going to be doing them, I wouldn't say 5 days, but on day 5, I'm just going to like recap some stuff that's going on in the media that we've missed maybe throughout the week. And that's what I'll do as far as that's concerned. But I would like to know what you guys thought about this case. Did you watch the entire case with me? What do you think? Let me know before we get ready for bed. Kids got to go to school tomorrow. We already ate. Hopefully a lot of you are already in bed because these kids need to be in bed too. So I'm sure a lot of you already have. If you have kids are in bed and you're just up watching true crime with Maxine. And let me know your thoughts. What's up? Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. What's up? Let me know. Listen, soon enough, I'm going to be putting all of this stuff just on YouTube and maybe X. So let me know what you guys are thinking. Did you enjoy the live stream? I'll wait. I'll wait to hear what you guys have to say. Did you enjoy this live stream? Let me move this. All right. So did you guys enjoy the live stream? Thank everyone so much for joining me. And why is it on my face? It looks like it's sideways on the screen, but not fully on the screen. What the heck is going on? I'm gonna have to fix my camera. Yes. Okay, yes. Okay. I am so happy that you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these. Join me tomorrow at 8 o'clock, and we're going to be doing some more interrogations, some more stories. I like this true crime stuff, so, you know, I live for that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to give us a follow if you haven't followed. Right here, give us a follow on Instagram, Facebook, And YouTube, if you're not, I see there's a few people out here. So I'm happy you enjoyed it. And I'll see you tomorrow, 8 o'clock. We'll be doing another one of these, and set your timers. I'll see you then. And as always, please stay safe and what? Stay healthy. My kids like to go stay healthy and they swing around because that's what I taught them back in the days. That's what we used to do. But anyway, I digress. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Be here or be square. Good night.